Hi Samruddhi, how are you?
Hi, Ishaan. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let's dive right into the case.
All right.
Sure. So for this case, your client is a restaurant owner in Delhi, and he wants to double the revenue of the restaurant from the last financial year to this one.
Okay. So, just to reconfirm the problem statement, the client is a restaurant owner in Delhi and they want to double their revenue this year.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So, I have a few questions. One, how many restaurants do they have in Delhi? And is it only in Delhi or in any other city as well?
So as of now, they only have one outlet in Delhi in the Khan market, which is an upscale area in Delhi, and they've been operating for a year now. Last year was their first year of operations.
Okay. And I want to understand their streams of revenue. One must be the orders, definitely. I think it should be dine-in and takeaway and delivery. Besides that, is there any other revenue stream like advertising?
No, they don't have any other source of revenue. In fact, they only sell one dish as of now, which is ramen. And you can probably discuss other sources of revenue as you discuss the case.
Okay. And do we have any idea on the growth rate of the industry?
So the industry is a high growth industry which has very limited penetration in India as of now. So the industry is growing at a rate of 25% year on year.
Okay. Uh, Just give me a moment to structure my thoughts.
Sure.
So, there are two ways with which you can grow, either organically or inorganically. By inorganically, I mean entering into a JV or acquiring another restaurant. By organically, there can be two ways. One is to be in the existing product line, that is Korean cuisine, or enter into either a new product line in the same restaurant, like some other cuisine, for example Chinese, Japanese, etc., or open new restaurants, right? Since
Okay.
we have 1 year, we can explore these options for organic growth.
For now, the we would only like to stay in the Korean food business. So you can look at
Mm-hmm.
new products, but the cuisine would still be Korean.
Okay, all right. uh, so Now, suppose if we want to explore how to increase the sales of existing product, uh, we can do it in three ways. One is to increase our supply. Uh, Second is to ramp up the distribution. And third is to increase the customer demand. So,
Okay.
in order to increase the supply of our existing product, we can either increase the capacity by adding new machines, equipment to our kitchen, uh, or by increasing the efficiency of the existing capacity. Or we can add new employees, I mean, chefs or support staff uh, to the restaurants. Uh, or we can increase the infrastructure in the restaurant, like add more tables, etc. So this is about supply. For distribution, I just want to understand how we are delivering currently. Do we have tie-ups with the delivery apps right now?
As of now, there's no tie-up.
Okay. So then we can tie up with Zomato, Swiggy, and other delivery apps. We can also have our own delivery personnel, but we'll have to, of course, do a cost benefit analysis of it. Uh, and we can also look at increasing the reach. I mean, the delivery apps might recommend a particular distance to us, but we can look at if we can expand that reach and deliver to as many customers as possible in Delhi.
Okay.
Then how to increase demand? So to increase demand, one could be to increase the awareness of Korean food. Basically, since it's an emerging cuisine in India, we can do a lot of digital advertising and increase the awareness. We can also look at some local influencers who can visit the restaurant and popularize it on social media. So that could be one way. Uh, Second, we can look at the uh, accessibility of the restaurant. I mean, we can ensure that there are enough signboards to locate the restaurant. Uh, we can also look at enhancing the customer experience
Okay.
once they come to the restaurant. This can be done by having a better ambience, having better greetings from the staff, uh, improving our cutlery, and of course, the food taste and how the food looks. So, these are some of the ways to increase demand. Also, the last way could be customer retention. So, we can make sure that we communicate regularly with the customer so that they visit us again. This could
Okay.
be done sending SMS to them. So, these are some of the ways of growing in our existing product. Now, let's look at how we can add new products and new restaurants. So, to add new products, since you said that we have to be in the Korean cuisine only because that is our specialized product line. So, I mean, currently we have ramen. We can look at including some noodles, uh, or we can do a market research to find out what Korean products the customers are interested in, and accordingly have a few more products at our restaurant. So that is about food. We can also add some beverages,
Okay.
Korean beverages per se, because customers do prefer having a beverage with food.
Hmm.
So those are some of the ideas there. In terms of adding new restaurant, we should look at more areas similar to Khan Market, where high income population who want to try Korean products will visit. And we can look at setting up more restaurants in Delhi. Also, we can study other markets, major cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, etc., where the Korean food can pick up, and also look at expanding there. So, this is how we can grow organically. Uh, are we aligned? Am I missing out on something?
No, I think it is comprehensive. You can move on to inorganic.
Okay. So, in terms of inorganic growth, I think acquisition could be a good medium. We can either look at current Korean restaurants who are not able to sell enough because of their quality issues or financing issues, and we can look at acquiring them and making them compatible with our offerings. Or we can look at non-Korean restaurants who have the infrastructure in place, uh, but serve other cuisines right now. And if they're not running well, we can actually use their capability and turn it into a Korean restaurant. So these are some of the ways of acquisition. There could be some other creative ways by entering into a joint venture. So if a restaurant is doing really well, we can collaborate with them and help them add Korean cuisine.
Okay.
So since we already have the staff, we know how to make the product tasty, right? So we can actually help them develop a Korean menu and train their staff and earn some money out of it.
Okay.
So that's how we can have our presence in a multi-cuisine restaurant as well.
Understood. I think that's pretty comprehensive. Thank you, Samruddhi. I think that'll be the end for this case.
Thank you.
All right. So coming on to the feedback for this case, I think the case went pretty well. Samruddhi was able to understand the brand and the outlet better by asking the correct questions. And I think it was a fairly decent structure that she gave to the case, dividing the growth into organic and inorganic options. And then within organic, having a comprehensive list of what different things that can be done within the realms of the current product as well as a new product. If I had to list certain recommendations that Samruddhi can incorporate into the cases going forward, I think a very important question while doing growth cases is to always ask for constraints. You should always know the limitations within which a brand or an outlet is going to achieve those growth figures that they are trying to achieve. And also, one recommendation for cases in general is whenever we are giving out solutions or recommendations, always try to give them a priority or a stronger recommendation for specific solutions. Otherwise, it might look like a laundry listing some of the times. So, if you understand, for example, in this case, that probably demand could be a better source of revenue growth than supply, then make it clear that you would prefer going for the demand side increase in revenue than the supply side one. It helps the interviewer understand that you can not only just list the solution, but also prioritize them based on the case that we have. I think one very good thing was that there were a couple of very unique brownie points that Samruddhi gave, something like the influencer point, and also the fact about increasing our restaurants to not only Delhi but other places and collaborating with other Korean food players. I think there can be many other recommendations that can be very creative, which will help the partner or the interviewer believe that you can kind of think out of the box, but always ensure that you are very practical and feasible when you give out those solutions. So I think on an overall level, it was a great case by Samruddhi, and with a few changes, this can become a great case. Thank you so much.